What is going on, everybody?
Where's back? Hello, Jeff.
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff?
There he is.
Well, just when you get a certain age, when you got to go to the bathroom, you got to go. You got to go.
Hey, he made it. Jeff, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, I had to twiddle. The idiots upstairs are fighting. I had to go.
You had to go break them up. I understand. Hey, thank every one of you for joining us for season 3, episode deuce of Retro Rewind. I'm one of your hosts, but we need to catch up with everybody, and we're going to start with Ray this time and go around. Ray, what have you been up to, my friend?
Man, I am playing a lot of Hogwarts. Been playing a lot of love that game. Oh, Miz Tracey, I see she's looking. Oh, she's at.
She getting
her one.
She got a one.
You know what? I am so upset with my son because I wanted to show his wand. I looked in his closet. I can't find it. But playing a lot of Hogwarts. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 2042 with SPT. I went and got Gotham Knight, got Midnight Sun, Marvel. Just playing a lot of games, man, and doing that. My son is doing homeschooling, and so he needs a teacher online, and I'm also doing the other half of teaching. So it's kind of fun, kind of going back and teaching history and math. But that's what I've been up to, folks.
Right
on. I hear a lot of streamers are getting hate in their chats from people playing Hogwarts and things.
Yes. I made a little chat command that I can actually read to you guys really quick.
Yeah.
That I play every time someone starts getting feisty in chat. Because there is some drama. So let me just read
the drama about that game.
Yes.
I try to avoid controversial topics, but I will make one comment on the controversy surrounding this game. J.K. Rowling may have shitty opinions, but Harry Potter is way more than the author behind the books. I won't let one person's views ruin the Harry Potter universe for me. I grew up with and love Harry Potter. If you choose not to play the game, I respect your choice. Please respect mine. Any excessive bad attitude about it will result in a ban.
I applaud you for that because you have to charge, and it sounds like you did. Miz Tracey, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been playing the shit out of Hogwarts, which is why I we have gotten a couple people in chat, but usually once we post that, they just shut up or they leave. We haven't had to actually ban anybody, so oh my god, it's such a good game. There's so much about it I love, and I don't know if this is a spoiler because you can go ahead. Make the item, but you can breed the animals.
Ooh.
And I just unlocked breeding the animals, and I was freaking the fuck out in chat yesterday because I was just losing my mind.
Yeah. That game is just so accessible to everybody, and my wife is even playing it, and I've been watching her play. I haven't started it, but I love what I've seen, though. It looks amazing.
I keep canceling other games to play Hogwarts, but I've still been playing things like 7 Days to Die, which we'll talk about later. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I tried playing some Icarus yesterday, but then my friend that was joining me couldn't join. But I still have some other games in there as well. But man, I have been playing a lot of Hogwarts.
Right on. Jeffrey, what have you been up to, sir?
Same old Mondays and Wednesdays community streams. And then Friday, I'm still playing Gun. I thought I was going to finish it last week, but I just can't seem to kill this one guy. And I've watched 3 videos on how to do it. So hopefully next week. And then Saturdays, I've launched a new show with Ryzak where we just sit around and we shoot the crap and we talk about sports. We talk about gaming. We talked about what's going on in Ohio.
Nice.
We talked all sorts of fun stuff. So no topic is not one specific topic. We just talk a little bit about this, that, and the other.
So, Jeff, is that the end guy of Gun? Because I saw you with a Gatling gun and you couldn't kill him.
I don't know. I don't know how many more bad people are left. I seem to have killed them all. So I don't know who's left after this guy, to be honest.
Good deal, man. Good deal. I've been doing all kinds of things. I got a surgery on the horizon. I've been playing Battlefield, as Ray said. I bought Dying Light 2. I've been checking out the zombie game. I think that's really neat. Just a whole lot of stuff going on, man. So glad to be sitting down with all of you guys, though. We have a fantastic guest today.
Hold up, folks. He's forgetting one important thing.
Uh-oh.
His effing birthday tomorrow. folks.
Tomorrow?
It's SPG's birthday tomorrow, folks.
Happy
So
birthday!
I like
Thank
to see
you.
some
Yeah,
birthday
good job,
emojis.
Ray.
I like to see some birthday emojis in the chats and happy birthday to this wonderful, wonderful person, William.
Nice.
All
I'm
right,
glad you
happy
called him
birthday,
out.
brother.
Yeah,
I was waiting. I was like, is he gonna mention it's his birthday tomorrow, folks? And then my
Yeah.
wife's birthday is the next day.
yes,
But
it is. Her,
happy birthday.
I'm going to be 43, and I believe your wife's going to be 23, right? Congratulations.
She goes back and she sees this video, and I tell how old she's turning. Yeah, she'll kick my butt. And then
Well,
my birthday's in 2 weeks.
I showed this on an unboxing, but I won this on Fallout for Hope charity stream from Miz Tracey, and I just wanted to show it again. This thing is amazing, and it's going to be like up on my wall here soon. But I just wanted to thank you again for this. It's so amazing. Thank David as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank David because
Yes.
he won it, and he's like, I know it would cost a lot to ship it over here, so why don't you just give it to SPG? And I was like, thank you.
Awesome.
I sent
Yeah.
one overseas. It was $60 to mail just the one thing.
They're very high quality, and they're steel, and they're amazing. I'm going to cherish it. But Ray, we have a fantastic guest today, sir,
Yes,
and I'm going to let you introduce him.
Guys, back in the 90s, I met this wonderful person named Kevin Chu. He became my best friend. He became my roommate. He became the best man of my wedding. I was also one of the groomsmen at his wedding. I love this guy to death because he's a huge reason why I'm gaming to this day, and he's part of. We're both retro fanatics, so let's bring him out. Raider guy 87, my best friend.
Wait, so he was your best man, but you were not his best man, so he found someone better than you?
Yes, he did.
Okay, cool.
But let me tell you something, guys. If you have never been to a Chinese wedding, all his relatives kept giving me these red envelopes, and I was like, "What is this? No, it's okay. It's okay. No, take it." And I would look, it's money. Oh yeah. Here, yes. And it was but he's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. And it was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. Actually, he had it in the back of the Oakland. What was the Oakland Museum? Yeah, the Oakland Museum. He rented out the Oakland Museum, folks. And it was just a beautiful wedding, beautiful dinner. Shout out to Gigi. Shout out to his beautiful son, Trevor. But just a good person, man. Like, I was living in a Roach Motel in Oakland. You know, I had an apartment I was playing. It was in the bad side of Oakland. He had an idea. He had me and my other good friend, Adrian. May he rest in peace, good friend of ours. We got a townhouse. It was 3 bedrooms. It was 3 bathrooms, patio, pool in the front. We had like, you remember the black box, and you could have the cable go throughout the room and everything. He was a genius. We were watching our own shows in our rooms and stuff like that, and it was just amazing. He got furniture.
Were you paying for the cable though? That's the question.
Hell
No.
no.
He said no.
Hell no.
He was the genius though.
Could not afford that back then.
We were getting all the Mike Tyson fights and stuff like that. And
Hey, now that paid for itself, because if you paid for that was like 30 seconds and it was over.
Yeah, we were
Tyson was the man.
WWE, the wrestling, all that stuff. But you know, he just a good dude. There was a Bayfair Mall in San Leandro, California, is where I met most of my friends. After hours, we would all hang out. Hell, we even went cow tipping one night. Remember that, Kevin? Remember we went cow tipping back in the day? And
Sure, you're not from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Some of the guys we knew
They
wanted
have cows in Oakland?
First of all, the Bay Area is country, it's beaches, it's city. Northern California is just a melting pot of all kinds of
areas nearby.
Yeah. So we was in the Niles. We were in the Niles, Napa, kind of. You guys, the wine yards, the vineyards.
I know there's wine. I didn't know there was a cow.
A cow.
Just
Yes.
one.
Yeah, there was also an angry farmer too. Get off my land! Yeah. So, but no, we used to hang out. But one of the main things that we used to do was play video games, and we used to go over. Kevin's parents had this beautiful house. There's a place called Val's Burgers. It's still around. It's kind of like if you went into Happy Days. You know, it's kind of like a 50s style looking kind of place. And up the street, Kevin lived up in the hills, lived up in the Hayward Hills. And if you went to the back of his house, he had this beautiful deck. He had the hot tub. He had the whole San Francisco skyline. Just beautiful place. But we didn't hang out we mostly played video games.
So you didn't enjoy the view.
No view.
We would get off work from the mall. We would head over to Kevin's house and
Play games all night.
First of all, Kevin was the one who got me into Sony PlayStation because I said there was no way that Sony, come on, you got Sega and Nintendo. Sony can't even touch Nintendo and Sega. And we went over Kevin's house, and there it was, this little Sony console. And well, back then it wasn't little, it was the long one. It was the long
So
one.
what were you into at the time, Ray? What were you like?
We were sports. We loved our sports. So we played. I don't know. We played Genesis. So NBA 95, 94. Coach K. There was
Coach
an
K.
awesome basketball game called Coach K, which we used to have tournaments and play. But when we did Sony, he introduced me to Ridge Racer, which I fell in love at first sight. That and Battletoads Cheatin' he had at the house.
And Destruction Derby. That was another
Destruction
one.
Derby.
Yeah.
So I think like in a few days after that, I got the PlayStation and I became like love Sony. But the main thing we did was we tried to have all the consoles. We really didn't have a favorite console. We wanted it all.
Everything.
You know? We wanted everything, you know. And Kevin worked at a video game store called what was it?
VG1. This is Video Games 1, so it's just kind of a
So it was a big huge dude that worked in there too. I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
but
that was the manager. I think I forgot what his name was. But
he
wasn't
him and Adrian, who was our roommate. He worked there too. But we played games. But enough about me talking, Kevin. Tell your story.
So Ray talked about Kevin for a long time. He's an awesome dude. I have to agree. Jeff, you usually have a question for all of our guests, man. Fire away.
I do. So, Kevin, what does retro mean to you?
To me, mostly if we're talking about games, it could be music or whatever else, but just stuff from the past that just kind of makes me either have some good memories or just kind of brings back some stuff in the past that was just, kind of I don't know, everything's different from back in the 80s and 90s, but just anything that's pretty old that we get to still enjoy and remember good times. So
now you recently went to a concert, an oldie but a goodie. What did you go see? Who did you go see? I think you went with your wife.
Concert? Oh no, we just went the other day to watch Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Oh,
the live version.
Well,
bro, hold on.
He went to a concert, Ray. I know he did.
We saw Duran Duran, remember?
Oh, that was a while back, but yeah, we did see Duran Duran at the Chase Center.
And
my wife's favorite band, so it's awesome.
Wait, I have questions. I'm sorry. Who was still there for Whose Line? Was Colin and Ryan still on there?
No, Colin was there. Ryan was there, and Jeff Davis and Greg Proops.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
I love Proops. He's one of
my favorites. It was a good time. It was interesting seeing it live because just how it all done on TV and quick and fast, and this one's kind of drags out a little more, but it was cool. Some bad comments and things from the audience, or just kind of messed it all up because
they let the audience throw out ideas.
And some of them were just
but when
really
they do the show, they cut out the shitty answers. Of course, so.
With this one, Greg Proops kind of schooled them on some little kind of misinformation because like one guy, they go, "Who's been here longest in San Jose?" "Oh, I've been here 50 years. "Oh, great. What's the one thing you love about San Jose?" "Stanford." And he's like, I guess that's okay if you lived in Palo Alto, but but so just stuff like that was just kind of not the best answers, but it was still funny.
That's interesting. Kevin, what year did you meet Ray? What are the contexts? When did this duo come together?
I heard he picked him up in the mall.
I have to say it's probably like somewhere around 94. So we're pushing almost 30 years of being buddies. Yeah. Like Ray said, we met at the mall, at the Bayfair Mall. He worked in the jeweler's store. And then me and his friend worked at our friend, Adrian. We worked at the video game store and just kind of hung out from that point on. And like I said, like he mentioned, we became roommates, shared a townhouse, and just hung out, partied, play games. And that's why I always like to mess with Ray, because even back live, when you guys see him passing out on the streams, picture that being in the same living room and enjoying that same experience. Where we're playing a game, all of a sudden he's frozen. I'm like, hey, dude, go.
Oh my God!
You
that's
look
like
over and he's just like asleep.
Pass the ball, Ray.
I worked an 8-hour shift. I used to work 40 to 45 hours a week.
Yeah,
we would play. We
he would try. He would try to stay up as late as he could, But then just like how Jeff, you're up late, but you fall asleep. He does that pretty much every night. So I'd have to pretty much just throw a blanket on him on the couch and go up to my room and go to bed.
Rye does that too. You can tell because his character will start spinning in a circle instead, just standing there spinning. Yeah, you're like, oh, you're asleep.
You should tell him about the Xbox.
I was a little bit of a delinquent, and my older brother, he bought me a couple of real tall beers. They're called 40 ounces, and I wasn't a beer drinker or anything. I was just barely 18, and we're sitting there playing Mortal Kombat 3, and he's whooping my ass. It's a what do you call it? Combo game. So like you can keep people fighting, and like they don't even have a chance. They have to break the combo to keep fighting. Anyway, he's fighting and he kept looking over me and going, "Hey, that's going to get warm. Don't let that get warm. You ain't going to drink that if it gets warm." He's messing with me, Well, halfway through the game, man, my guy just stops and he looks over at me and I'm all pale white. I've drank this malt liquor way too quick. This beer, it was nasty. I think it was Old E. I mean, it was the nastiest.
See, that's the thing. We wasn't really back then. We wasn't drinkers. Like we had parties where we did drink, but most of the time we really gamed. And I wanted to talk about. You remember when you brought up the Xbox event?
Yeah. So with that, I was online one time and there's this contest. They said, "Hey, if you join this contest, you have a chance to win for you and a buddy to go to the 360 launch, which was out in the Mojave Desert in California. And you just had to get there your own way. So even if you lived in New York or Florida, you had to find your way to get there. And then it'd be a day and a half of lots of fun and reveals, and you could buy the Xbox 360. So I said, "Hey, Ray, this contest is going on. So sign up, dude. If you win, I'll take you. If you win, you take me." So cool. So we did it. And then one day he hits me up. He goes, "I think I might have won, dude." And I said, "Read it." I go, "Yeah, dude, we got this." So we got in a car and we drove down one night, stayed overnight. And then the next morning we drove out to the middle of the Mojave Desert. And then there was a airplane hangar. We thought, this is where they said to go. Is this the right one? And then we saw other cars start pulling up and we're like, I guess this is it. So we just kind of walked up to it. And later on, like Ray said, there were some guys there that were kind of like top secret looking. And they go, "Welcome to the Xbox 360." And then they just let us in and got all this cool swag and everything else. And then let us into
Jealous.
How long was that event? Was it just a few hours?
A day and a half.
A day and a half.
So 36 hours.
Almost it felt like 3 days.
Yeah, we were there for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got to go in. They had all these beanbags set up with monitors to play all the different games. Mm-hmm. They had another section where they had stuff that was coming soon. Then they had guys like Cliff, talking about Gears of War.
Peter Jackson. That says so. The swag was, if you guys can't see it, but right behind our butts, those are our sweat hoodies. Which, if you see in my stream, I still have that Xbox hoodie.
Oh yeah.
They gave us the bean bags. So the white bean bags, we actually slept on the bean bags. But we had there was 720p and 1080p TVs everywhere. And then in a clear case, they had an Xbox 360 inside there, and it was locked, so you couldn't pick it up and try and take off with it. And we just, oh my God, we played NFL. It was Madden 2006, NBA Live 2006. They had my God, what else did they have? We got to see the very first Gears of War video with Cliff B. At the time, there was a guy that used to roll up his sleeve when he used to introduce Halo, and he would have the date. I think his name was Peter Jackson, not Peter Jackson, the director, but a different one.
Something like that, yeah.
But he was there. But it was just an awesome night. And I remember Kevin told me, don't eat the burgers. Don't eat the food, right?
Oh.
And
yeah,
I didn't
Ray was looking at they had a tent where they sold food, and you looked there and there's this bunch of
he got hungry.
There's heat lamps sitting there with this disgusting looking kind of food that's probably been there since this morning or whatever, the morning of. So Ray's like, dude, I'm so hungry. I said, nah, dude, don't touch that stuff, dude. Maybe just get the bag of chips like I'm getting.
You're like, you're going to be in the bathroom for half the rest of the time.
What'd you have? Do you have a burger or what'd you have?
I had a burger and I had diarrhea.
Well, to put it in the context, look at the picture on the screen. So we're there playing. Within seconds, he gets up, throws the controller down, and he's running to the bathroom.
Were you squishing your cheeks right there, Ray?
Bro, I was clenching hard, trying to beat Kevin. And I'm like, this is no fair. You're beating me because I got the shits.
This is quality content. You can see him clenching in the photo.
And I'm hurt, dude. Dude, that whatever that food just ran through me. Not just one day. Not one, just one. It just, I've never. It was like Montezuma's revenge. It was horrible.
More like Kevin's revenge if he told you not to.
Yeah, man.
That's true, and that's the only reason why he was beating me at the games because I was clinching.
That's it.
But it was a cool event. I did get interviewed by Xbox, and on one of their game discs, and I have that disc somewhere.
Yeah.
It was on a demo disc. They showed the interviews of the launch, and it's me, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool to get an Xbox 360, and I'm here with my friend." It was nerdy, but
and then
it wasn't too much longer, and some people started getting that red ring on these units, didn't they?
Bro,
eventually they did, but
they did, yeah.
But I know after the first night of us playing all night long, we were like, we just got to keep playing because they're going to announce like how to go get the 360s, how to get everything else. So we were playing. I think we both kind of passed out playing NBA Live. And then next minute we woke up, it was like 6:37 the next morning. And there was this huge line around the whole hangar. And we're like, oh, crap, look at that line. Now we got to jump in that line. We fell asleep. And then before that, I just walked over and said, hey, real quick, is this the line to get the 360? And they're like, oh, no, this is to get the custom faceplate that says 360 on it, that you were here. And I go, oh. I go, where do you buy the 360s at? They're like, oh, you just go that line right over there where the Best Buy sign is. And I went, can we start waiting there? They're like, sure. So we stood there in lines, ended up getting just about as long as the other line, and we were one of the first ones to purchase the 360 there.
I think we were like third and fourth. I think I was third and you were fourth, and the kid in front of us won this huge controller to control his TV and his Xbox 360.
Yeah, something interesting like that. Yeah, so you're able to go to the shopping carts, put whatever games, controllers in your bag, and then you had to come back for the 360 at the end of the event.
And they had the Best Buy trucks.
So you went back and played, what was it?
The Best Buy trucks. You can't
So we were like going to watch more speakers and kind of hung out playing more, but everyone's just getting antsy, like, we just got to get out of here, So finally, they clear the whole hangar. The trucks, big rigs start coming in with just 360s. And then they handed them to you off the back of the truck, basically, after you show them your receipt. And everybody just said, let's get out of here. Everyone just bounced right after that.
So after being there and getting your 360 there on the spot, what were you most excited to play when you got it home?
Madden 06. Because you got to understand, we went from the original Xbox graphics totally to the Xbox 360 graphics. And even back then, those graphics.
That was a huge change. I remember that.
That was next gen.
Yeah.
That was like, oh my God. Looking, oh my God.
We thought it couldn't get better than this, right?
Yeah.
Carson Palmer of the Bengals was on the cover or the back of the cover. And I'm just looking at him like, just, oh my God, he looks so awesome. And then I was really excited about NBA Live because they showed the sweat coming from the basketball. Look at Kevin. Just look at the sweat coming down his face. And
look at the dimple on that ball. You're like,
just and like, dude, we're playing this at 7. What was it? We were playing
720.
720p.
Yeah.
Woo! 720p graphics, man. This is so awesome. But yeah, that was. And my other roommate, he was so pissed. But I was like, dude, I made a deal with Kevin. Made a deal, and so, and I'm glad we went. Because it was cold. Just so you know, guys, it was in the desert. It was freezing cold too. So not only did I have to clench my butt cheeks, but I was freezing, and the hoodies and the floor. Just so you know, that floor was pavement.
Yeah,
that was a pavement
just
floor.
A straight hanger, just a straight.
So
hanger.
that's so your ass. I got tired of sitting on the beanbag. So the floor is cold.
Yep.
And it was just
it's like a
cold,
mechanic.
Cold in the Mojave Desert. What was it, like 80? Oh my God, it got down to 80. I was so cold.
At nighttime it was freezing. At
night,
yeah,
you're
dropped to 40 with the wind. That's cold for a desert.
But it was so awesome because they had these tiki drummers, and they were like, and you saw
there's some video out there on that. Yeah,
banner, this Xbox 360 banner floating out.
Well, you guys were a part of history, man. There's never going to be another 360 launch. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. That's cool. That's extremely cool shit.
Yeah. No, and then we spent a lot of Madden midnight launch nights for Madden, waiting in front of GameStop to pick up our copies. But we used to do Halo Monday nights at Kevin's house. And we used to throw sticky bombs at each other. That
was great. Big thing. We'd have some good battles with a bunch of friends, and then we get into a one-on-one shootout, and then of course he'll just go sticky bomb and run, and then I blow up. And
that sounds
Go ahead.
What we used to do when they had the sticky launcher come out, I can't remember which Halo it was, but you could launch a sticky gun, and then when you let go of the trigger, it would blow up. So we'd do the unicorn move, and I'd launch a sticky at Rye's head. It would stick right here, and he'd go run into a group of enemies, and then I'd let go, and he'd blow them up, and it was awesome.
That's amazing.
The one thing that Kevin, his knowledge of music and just culture, like when it came to movies and music, who was that art? Kevin just knew his stuff. It was just crazy. He was this guy, his house. I remember he had this projector screen, and he had this popcorn machine. He turned this room into like a theater, and it was so cool going over there and playing video games. I remember we played Ghost Recon one time.
Yeah. So you see it on an 80-inch projector divided by 4. It's like having your own big screen for your character.
Cool.
So
cool. Yeah, we had some really, oh my God. And then Halo night, guys, just so you know, you had to have multiple original Xboxes.
Yeah, like a LAN party.
It was a LAN party, yeah.
It was we had LAN parties, and that was so freaking cool. Because I remember having a backpack, and I would put my Xbox original in my back, and we would just haul it. But just Kevin, man, oh my God, just a huge part of just gaming, because we used to read gaming magazines.
But was Kevin one of the ones that was going to go in on that Neo Geo with you?
No. Yeah, no, but you know what? Kevin had the 3DO.
But I did get the 3DO. Yeah, when we worked at the video game store, we had some access to some cool discount and just early access. So had the 3DO, had the Dreamcast, just all cool systems at the time. And mostly, I said, it was sports games that me and Ray focused on. Mm-hmm. But we did play other stuff, obviously, with like Dreamcast with Crazy Taxi and stuff like that. And
absolutely.
3DO, Return Fire was the game we used to play a lot of.
Oh my God.
That and Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. Yeah, remember that.
Well, what do you think of the well, actually, Kevin, let me ask you a different question.
Sure.
What was your console progression? Where did you start, man, and where did you end up?
started way back with I had 3 sisters, so we were lucky to get ourselves a Atari 2600. So when things were cool like combat and air sea battle and Pitfall and things, that was the stuff to play. And then I even dabbled a little bit with like there was a Texas Instrument, the TI-99 and Commodore 64. Just hey, these are top level games. You can do all this stuff now, and you look back at it and you're like, oh, kind of like not as cool as I thought it was.
Compared to my phone, it's junk now. yeah.
So did that, and then I wasn't big into Nintendo early, so I didn't have the NES or Super NES, but Genesis, and then of course like 3DO and Dreamcast, and then Xbox, the original one, still have it modded, so you still play some of the arcades on those. Nice. And then eventually the 360, and then after that I kind of went into a kind of a dry spell with playing games. I kind of took a break. Then I had my son, and then kind of got back into it through Ray, because I was like, hey, I'm not really big into the Xbox One or the PS4 at the moment. So, I mean, what should I do? And he's like, hey, the Stadia thing came out and you don't have to invest much. So try it out, dude. Get back into gaming. So did that, and, playing stuff from Red Dead to everything else and meeting all you guys, it's been pretty cool. So even though it's gone, but.
So what really brought you back into the gaming? Just gaming again, got you fired up
gaming again?
Or was it
yeah, just that,
itself,
Stadia was just an option because I didn't have to spend $400 or $500 to get a console and be like, what game should I play for it? Whatever. It's just, hey, this is an easy way to get into it and start, playing again. So it was definitely a great option, and cost wise. So.
Hell yeah. So you probably already answered this by Ray giving it away a second ago, but what was your most favorite game to play on Stadia?
Well, it became Red Dead, but I still have some other favorites like Get Packed and Orcs Must Die 3.
That was a good one.
Yeah, stuff like, because I kind of like more towards the interactive multiplayer type games so much than the first person shooters. Plus, like Miz Tracey kind of mentioned before, I get a little motion sickness, so some of those don't work too well for me. But yeah, I'm not too big into like a lot of the big AAA titles, but I'll definitely play a lot of other ones where I can interact with my friends. So
gotcha. Sierra's got a question here for you. She said, what is the sweetest deal or coolest thing you were able to get your hands on while working at VG1?
I still have to say with that is the 3DO, because that was an expensive console and nobody could really afford that thing. It was like $600-700. But our manager was able to give us a pretty good employee discount, so kind of said, I'm gonna have to do it because I want this next gen and play the stuff like the Need for Speed and Return Fire. So that was pretty much it.
So you bought that brand new then when it was a new product. Yeah. See, I bought it way after its lifespan to where it was on like one. Yeah, it was on like a pallet at Best Buy, and they were like 20 or like they were marked down to 25% of its original cost. Yeah, that's when I got it.
But I can probably tell you the worst thing that we had when we worked at VG1 was back then it was Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu?
Shaq Fu, the original game was
my God.
No, it was that damn, what was that, Nintendo the Nintendo Virtual thing.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy. Yeah. Oh my God.
But now the thing about the Shaq Fu thing is that was the biggest game back then. Supposedly they hyped it up and then nobody wanted it. And we got to a point at our store where if you made any purchase over $50, you get a free copy of Shaq Fu. and people would decline it. They're like, oh, no thanks, bro.
Oh my God.
People were pissed, weren't they, bro?
They're like, no, I don't want that. And they just give it back. So we're like, oh man, we got like a couple cases of Shaq Fu we can't even get rid of. So
it was like that first Fallout 76. We got like a stack of games of like 20 something games, 3 cents a piece at Walmart.
Wow.
And I just gave them away to my community.
You guys had the coolest posters though, man. You had this one Oh damn, there you go.
Sorry, he brought up Shaq Fu. I just thought I'd share with everybody how wonderful it looked.
They do have a new Shaq Fu game, guys. They do have.
They do.
That one's actually playable at least, but it's still.
Yeah.
Greetings, big warrior.
It's like Madden today. They can't give them away.
That's true.
That's not true.
No, it's not. But hey, I tell you what though, at the end of its lifespan, or at least of its sales cycle, they couldn't give away 76 though. That's a fact.
No, it was bad.
Yes, it was. But yeah, Kevin, you mentioned Shaq Fu. I wanted to show everybody what kind of what would you
Orlando
classify?
Magic outfit.
Yeah, what would you classify this game as?
They were trying to make it like a Mortal Kombat fighting type game, but with a little bit of a story supposedly. But yeah,
back in our days, the fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter,
that was all the rage back then.
That was the rage. That was like the number one thing.
Yeah, it was. There was a whole lot of weak titles, but Killer Instinct, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, and Mortal Kombat, I think, were kind of the big ones that did it really well. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of schlock, based on the genre.
Yeah, SNK and Capcom.
Oh, I can't look at it anymore.
Had a lot of fun games.
It's like battle royale
So
now.
bad.
Everybody's making a battle royale now. Everyone's making a 64 battle royale and whatnot, right? So
what's hot.
Yes,
yeah. Last thing on Shaq Fu, that was probably as successful as like his rap career. So
Yeah, hey, many people don't know, but
didn't he play for the Lakers for a while?
Oh yeah, he won some titles.
Did he play for the Lakers? He won a championship. What are you talking
Didn't
about?
he?
What are you talking about?
He had a rap career for a moment.
Oh my
Very
God.
briefly.
I actually didn't know that. That one I really didn't know.
Yeah, it's not good. Google it if you want a little chuckle.
Oh my.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to bring this up. Can't even talk real quick. Let me make sure I got the right one. Hold on, Ray.
Who's that guy, Jeff?
Oh,
He's a Raptors.
Windows, what I was looking for. All right, Ray, real quick. Show that again.
I was just showing him because I know that's the only player he knows. He knows who that is. Vince Carter, baby.
Vincania.
Raptors.
Insanity.
Including last night, still the greatest slam dunk champion of all time.
Oh, Nerds
Up to
World
and including
says
last
Shaq
night.
still raps,
Yeah,
even
I'm sure.
today.
He tries to, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so this is Never Have I Ever Retro Edition. Jeff scoured the internet and found this and shared it with us. And I'm interested to know what everybody think. Kevin, take a look at this. And yeah, I'm 0 too, depending on Jeff's statement. But go ahead, Kevin. What's up?
Yeah. So far as I'm looking, that is definitely a big 0. Yeah, done everything here. So yeah.
It might be hard for some people to read it if you want to read it.
Yeah, it's a little small.
Can you zoom it in a little bit more?
Yeah, I can read it.
I'll try it.
There we go.
There you
That's
go.
cool.
There you
That
go.
works.
That's better.
There we go. Never have I ever Retro Edition.
Give me 0, and Will's like, really? You owned an encyclopedia? I'm like, well, my family did. Does that like
individually we're too young to own it?
I never bought one, but we had one in our house. Mike, does that count?
Now
Wait a
I've
second.
used
I'm
a
gonna say
rotary
no
phone.
because then I win. Because I did own an encyclopedia. I do own an encyclopedia and dictionary and thesaurus still.
See,
so that
you
means
bought
I
it
have
with
a
your
real
own money?
0.
You bought it with your own money?
My own money, yes.
See, my family had one, so I inherited it from them.
Yes. See, I've done them all, but I don't think I've actually owned a dictionary or an encyclopedia. The household I lived in owned one.
Yeah, because by the time I could afford to buy one, they weren't.
Yeah,
around
they
anymore.
weren't. Yeah, no one was using them anymore.
See, I'm old enough that I'm old enough that when they taught you about checks and stuff in school, they made you write checks and stuff. And I've actually written a couple as an adult, believe it or not. But
I still write checks to this day.
Yeah. And listen to music on a boombox. I can tell you when it was. I think it was 1987, and it was Thriller.
Nice.
Dude, I was in the 80s.
About 85.
Boombox. And I still have my AOL account.
Okay,
what's the email address for that, Ray?
473 at AOL.
Shut up.
I thought it was nuts at AOL.com.
No. That's what I sent to you.
Ray, you should really sign into that just so they'll have a little party and celebrate that someone was on it.
And now what's funny, Jeff, is towards the end there where it says used a paper map to get somewhere. If anyone's ever been to a theme park, they can check that off the list.
Well, I've used like a state map for sure. Not just the theme park one.
Hey, when I traveled, we went cross country with my dad. We didn't have there was no Google Maps or nothing like that.
We had paper maps.
We had paper map.
You had the atlas.
It was like, damn it, Ray, you had it upside down.
we used to go to the Automobile Club, the Canadian version of the American, the AAA.
AAA.
Yeah, we have the Canadian version, and you would then be able to get or order. So if I was going to California, let's say, I could go and get the California, map. And if they didn't have it, then they would order one in for us to.
Well, like typewriter is an easy one. Floppy disk, believe it or not, before they had memory cards for cameras and stuff, like you had to say on a computer, you had to save pictures on floppies and stuff.
Those things broke so easy.
Yes, they did. They did.
They got better through years, though. They got harder plastic, but a long time ago, they used to be just flimsy, real flimsy. Cassette.
There you are, 5 1/4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Say, I've sent a postcard.
I don't have a 5 1/4 at the ready here.
I used to have dial up. Bit bong. I used to
put your phone on the modem.
It's really making me feel really old. Thanks, guys.
But you are.
Well, Jeff has a way of making us all feel old.
I've got this.
Hold on, Jeff. We're gonna make you full screen so people can get a good look at that.
What is that, Jeff?
You plug this. This is an old Ethernet card.
Oh my!
Oh, that's right. I remember those.
Oh my God! Look at that.
It's got both the RJ45 and the So I have one of these right here.
Wow. Now, Jeff, you know what my mind went to? I was like, that's a 2.5-inch hard disk with an adapter to plug it into a USB. But no, that's not what that is at all.
And then I have I have just a regular, just a different one with a thing here.
Wow. That is definitely old school. Crow Resin asks, is that a PCI card?
Yes. Look, I got a cassette tape. Is that on the list?
Ray's got
cassette tape.
Jeff's got his mixtape.
Hey, that hasn't been recorded yet. You don't have the backside clipped out and taped. Come on.
Got me one of those right there at the ready. Oh, who was talking about?
Pull out an 8-track.
Yeah. Oh, there's the paper checks. Those are stubs.
Don't show it. Bad idea.
What did you get?
Hold on. Let me get full screen. We got to see them routing numbers.
Jesus.
Certified direct deposit.
Yes. Your money has been stolen.
Party on Jeff. Guys, party on Jeff. Just rewind.
Why is my account?
You got an 8-track? You busting out an 8-track there?
Where is the 8-track? I have one. Where? I have it around here. It must be on one of the other shelves.
Say, a lot of people don't know what an 8-track actually is.
Oh my God.
That is old. That is old school. I'm gonna actually.
I'm not sure how old these are, but I got chiclets.
Oh
yeah.
You know what? You need to take a couple of.
I'm on the wrong camera. I'm showing it to the wrong camera.
You should eat them.
I got chiclets.
Try them. See if they're still good.
Show like Twinkies. It lasts forever.
That's how he lures the candy
Twinkies
to the kids to his house.
Oh no!
He
I just wound up at an 8-track tape store. It's not what I was trying to do. But yeah, they look really weird. Here, let me show you what I'm
big
talking
chunky
about
like cassette tape and a little.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like something weird's popping out of your car dash here. Let me show you what I mean.
Yeah, my dad used to have one.
My dad had the Temptations, the Four Tops, Marvin Gaye.
Oh, what did I do?
What is this? No,
I did it. I did it wrong. Hold on, my bad. I did it real wrong. There it is. Okay, let me share my screen now.
Oh no! Maker of Chaos is eating chocolate from the 90s.
Oh no!
No, that's X-Lax he's eating.
That's not chocolate.
That. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. So that's an 8-track. So those tapes were like super big. They were thick. And
but the cool thing was you can actually skip through the tracks on that.
Yeah, explain that, Kevin. People I think skip a track. Well, of course.
Like on a cassette, you can't really do that. You can fast
can
forward,
fast
do all
forward,
that stuff.
that's it.
But this you can actually just skip and it'll go to the next track, like an album,
Yep.
So
Yep.
And much like VHS and Betamax and all that stuff, they were fighting with cassette tapes, and they lost.
I don't know where my 8-track. My 8-tracks are.
He's got a divot, y'all, on the back of their head. Good Lord.
Now I'm gonna bring up one more photo here. This is of a young Ray in his natural habitat.
His natural habitat.
Yeah, he's surrounded by women. No, I don't know. He's a bachelor in this photo, I'm sure.
I found my original Slinky. That's
awesome.
My original.
That Slinky looks abused, man.
I thought
it was wonky.
I thought you straightened it.
Blow it up, guys.
No.
Zoom in. Is that a mustache?
No.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, no gray in the mustache, no gray in the beard. You're looking
do-rag. Got it all.
Jeff said this was back in your gang days.
I was not. First of all, I was not in no damn gang.
The gangs of North Carolina, they're infamous.
They're infamous, he said.
So this picture is actually from one of our early days of fantasy football drafts. So we were actually at the Hooters when they first opened up in San Francisco.
So
I see a Hooters shirt in the background.
Yeah.
Explain how big these were. You actually threw parties and such.
Well, they were big enough for her to be at Hooters.
Yeah, explain the end zone, Kevin.
Explain
the end zone.
Well, so we started off, back in '98 with fantasy football. And then after about maybe we do live drafts versus people do it online nowadays. So we'd all meet up, have the draft board with stickers. And we did it for about maybe 3 or 4 years. Then we were kind of getting a little bored with it because just the same fellas. So we decided, we went to Hooters because there's finally women there. So we decided, why can't we do something like that where we actually have girls at our place putting up the stickers for us? And so we decided to do that. And for the next probably 10 or so years, we had girls that we hired, let's say off Craigslist or whatever, and we would have them put up stickers for us and kind of just be the eye candy for the guys to kind of get distracted and maybe make bad picks. Then we found out half the guys would try to hit on the girls after the draft and think they could hook up and stuff, but it was entertaining. I'll just leave it at that, but they were fun.
Well, I've seen some of Ray's photos at some of those football get-togethers too. Some of those.
There's a couple more photos I'd love to show, but wouldn't be appropriate here. That just, you get Ray in trouble. So
Look at Ray matches his color of his headphones, or is it your chair in the background that's red?
No, that's my.
Oh.
Yeah, it matches.
You're pretty red.
That's awesome, man. Oh man. So Kevin, did you guys ever have? We always bring this up at least once an episode.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do any late night GoldenEye playing?
No, I was never too much into GoldenEye or played much of Nintendo at that time. So it was mostly Halo. That's all we were into at the time.
You can play it now.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, I know.
Now we can. Every show, GoldenEye slips in.
It has to. I swear, you just do it on purpose, Will. Like, he got a little alarm on his phone or something. Okay, it's almost 3:00. We got to mention GoldenEye at least once.
At least.
No, our big game was Halo.
You got GoldenEye, man. Yeah.
The multiplayer on the Switch is pretty cool.
It is
so a big game.
Okay.
Halo was a big game for us.
It was. Halo sold a lot of Xboxes. A lot of people were they weren't certain about the Xbox, but then when Halo hit, you could see the just the polish in the game, man. It sold some Xboxes.
I got a little story about Halo real quick.
Yes, please.
I had a 24-hour gold membership, Xbox Live Gold membership, like just to try it. And I played Halo multiplayer for the first time online. I done LAN parties back in the day, but I'd never done online multiplayer like that. And I sent him to the store at like 11:30 at night to go buy me Xbox Live Gold and a controller for me and the game so I could play because I was so hooked on it.
That's awesome. There's a new game that just come out that it's okay to discuss. They say in the NDA you can discuss it. They didn't want any gameplay saved or anything. But I'm not into competitive shooters like that. I still want to check out Halo Infinite's PvP, But I checked out X Defiant. Have you heard of that, Miz Tracey?
I have not heard of that.
Okay, it's a Ubisoft game that's not released yet. It's free to play. So I imagine at some point you'll probably check it out. It wasn't for me, but that's the type of stuff that is hard for me to get into. The stuff where it's always skill against skill, and
I absolutely hate PvP except for Halo. Halo is the only one I still play. Like otherwise, PvP, not a fan. Oh, I guess Dead by Daylight I just started picking up, and that's PvP too. So, but I also suck at that. So
I haven't got into that. We have a buddy, Lukey6. He loves that game.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. It's just kids nowadays. I mean, they have advantage with the keyboards. People got the controllers. They do pinpoint stuff. It's not fun respawning over and over and over again and dying.
It can be rough. It can be rough.
Now, my son, he loves it. He loves it. My son loves it.
We still sometimes end a stream with like a little bit of drunk Halo at the end of the night.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that.
I like drunk Halo. I like
Actually,
that.
chat has pointed out that the more I drink, the better I play. To a point.
Right.
And then there's that line, and then it's too much.
Wait a minute. Somebody just say they had Halo and MTG nights at their church.
Yeah,
nerd.
Yeah. Look at that. It was a strange church.
Very strange church.
Sounds like a fun one.
Couldn't have been a Catholic church.
Definitely not.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. I mentioned this the last Retro Rewind, but I actually found some really dope footage that I'd like to share with you guys.
Yes.
This is somebody took the original NES version of Zelda and they made it VR, and it looks absolutely stunning. Let's check this out real quick. Here's the little article that describes that somebody remade it. What did they say they made it? We've seen Ocarina of Time go VR, and thanks to Labo, we've seen the Breath of the Wild in VR. What's next? What's the next natural step then? The original NES game, of course. In 1986, the game that started it all, The Legend of Zelda, has been recreated in VR, shared on Twitter by @KiteVRNo. The entire first section of the NES game is playable in VR. This VR version is a Doom mod. What else would it be? Using the Quest Z Doom engine for the Quest VR headset. Hence the amusingly titled The Legend of Doom. We wonder if Doom Guy would do well in Hyrule. I think he would, but let's check this out. I'm not going to play it here. I'm going to jump over to this one because this is actually the Oculus, like with the view you would get. And I don't think I shared the audio, but it is Zelda audio. So here we go. Check this out. I would play this. I would absolutely play through this whole game in VR.
You sold me on the video when I first saw it. You sold me. Look at this, folks. Boom.
Look at it, man. It's literally just Zelda, just the NES, but it's got depth perception. It's got cool textures. It still totally represents what the original game was. But this is where it's going to blow your mind. Wait till you go, like when you start seeing the rows of bushes. Like, this is so cool, man.
Oh, my God.
Now, Miz Tracey mentioned that in VR, it might make you, like, sick or something, but...
Yeah, I get motion sickness. I can't do VR. I wish I could, because this is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I would love to experience Zelda.
So I have this right here for motion sickness. It's a motion sickness wristbands.
I've tried those. Wow.
Does that give you Dramamine or anything, or is it just...
No, it's a pressure point kind of thing.
Okay.
And guess what I did when I had it
it's probably yeah, I was saying it's probably hit or miss.
It didn't work very well.
It didn't work.
Right on. But yeah, so this game right here is fully VR. It looks amazing. Mr. Urban World, you should definitely check this game out if you can get your hands on it. Especially
retro. Oh my God.
Yeah, look at that, man. Just think of all the opportunities you could have. Like, look, that tree in the background, you could never see that until you were standing there because it was 2D. Now it's a 3D representation. It's above the ground, bro.
All right. I want to see a Blaster Master. Oh my God.
Oh, that would be freaking wild. Jumping out of your truck, bro. Yeah. But look at this. I find this so compelling. What do you think, Jeff? Would you play this, or you just turn on the NES?
I don't play emulators.
I don't. Yeah, sadly, I don't think we would ever be able to play it because Nintendo and Disney are just two horrible companies when it comes to this stuff, and they would shut it down.
I'd make
Yeah,
a clone.
the bigger
I'd
this
make
gets,
a
the more likely it's going to
clone.
get shut down.
I'd make a clone.
Yeah, I just think this looks so cool, man. There's the skeletons. Like, it's definitely the same game. I would tear this up, man. I really would. Just think of all the old retro experiences that you could relive in a slightly different way, even though it's the same thing. Like,
wow,
I don't know, it's super compelling, man. Like, look at the.
I would play this all night. I have to take breaks though because I do get sick too.
Yeah, you'd probably, because I probably would too, man. But it's just so stunning. I just love I love Zelda anyway. It's got some of the best music, I think. It's a really cool adventure.
Oh, and they got the soundtrack. Oh my god.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I couldn't play it because I'd probably get hit by a copy protect or a strike, but
they would shut us down, dude. Like,
yep. But it's amazing though. Like I literally would buy a Quest to play this game. Of course, Alex too. I'd have to get that game, but Mr. Urban World says he'll be trying this. I would love to hear your experience, man, on how well it plays, because I would love to play through this.
And there's going to be people out there that's going to make something similar to it.
Yep. Let's skip around a little bit. Let's see. Let's see if we can get to a boss.
I wonder if they got the little jelly. You remember the little jelly things they used to stick?
Yeah, they would try to eat your sword and stuff. And
yeah.
Look at that. That's got to be heading to the boss.
Look at that. Oh my god, this is so dope. This is dope.
This is one of the trap rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to get close and it's going to come to... Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is cool, dude. It'd make these puzzles a little different as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
make them scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sierra Rose has a question. She says, what is one retro game that you would absolutely love to see in VR?
Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Ocarina of Time would be a good one. I'm going to go way back and piss Ray off. Friday the 13th for NES.
Bastard.
I would love to do this in VR, man, in that style.
Right
just
here,
baby.
Of
how you jump and float.
Right there. Mario. Right there. Super.
Oh, was that the blob he was talking about? I think it was. Oh, nope, that's the hand.
Oh, that's the hand.
Him. Yeah. Oh, there's the dragon.
Oh, dragon.
That didn't last very long. Hold on, let me back up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I'm sold. I'd buy this game.
Ooh,
let alone
good game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Good game, Mr. Urban World.
That is amazing. So okay, going around. Kevin, what would be a game you would like to see turn into VR to experience again?
I'd say probably really go back. Like Tecmo Bowl. Be able to be Bo Jackson and run over fools.
Oh man, good shout. Good shout.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I miss games like Double Dribble and Tecmo Bowl, and I'm not a big sports guy either, but I loved those titles. They were really, really cool. So Kevin, you used to work in a secondhand sell shop. Is that correct? You used to sell, was that graphics gear? Who sold?
Okay. That's another show, folks.
Getting bios mixed up. Ooh, Clay Fighters. You remember that game?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah,
that was awesome when it first came out.
Yeah, I remember Clay Fighters.
Yeah, Clay Fighters and Ready to Rumble. Like really,
Ready to Rumble. That was the one.
It really drove the graphics. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Absolutely.
So that was Rumble 2, actually. Yeah.
So all right. Let me share my screen again with y'all. We mentioned this last episode, and we're gonna bring them up again. We got some DK oldies in the news again.
Just so you got no, the owner's name is Joey, and the guy right there, that's not Joey. That's just the actor, the spokesperson that he's the poster child.
Okay, Ray, I'm going to go off on a tangent in a second, but I'm going to make you full screen for a second. Tell everybody what is going on with DK Oldies as of late, man.
Well, man, who's it? Rich from the US Review, whatever his YouTube channel. He's ordered a NES. He ordered an Xbox. He ordered a PlayStation. Either broken, they're dirty, filthy inside. And he's been talking. Now DK's going back saying that these are all lies. And so it's just been back and forth, back and forth. But I have watched other people's videos that show that they're spending $300 something on a refurbished. They even put their sticker on there saying that they opened the machine up and cleaned this machine. And I'm just sorry, but I'm not like, I haven't ordered or seen it, but I'm just watching other videos of other people, and then I look at the reviews. This place is not getting good reviews. So
yeah, you get that many people who are having issues, then it gets to the point where, like, I know Jeff was trying to defend them, like, maybe this guy's full of shit. But if you have that many people, I think maybe they
and it didn't look good for them. So since this debacle with Rich at Review Tech ordering 3 or 4 different items from them and finding out that they weren't refurbished or even cleaned on the inside or dusted, another guy, Jacob R., he's got a YouTube channel over on YouTube, and he's made a few videos, and I'm about to show you his PS3. But what happened is he got a nasty PS3. He reported it. He asked for another one. He did not want a refund. He wanted an actual PS3 that was refurbished. They sent him another one. It showed up not refurbished.
Wait a minute, they sent another one?
Another one. Now, the one I'm going to show you, the original is the second one came in much better quality, and it was much cleaner, but it still wasn't refurbished. It still had 20-year-old thermal paste on it. It wasn't good. So when you say you refurbish something, you take the top off, you inspect the main board, you see that there's no corrosion or anything like that, you clean it, and then you put it all back together. If there's any part that is damaged or corroded, you replace it, you reseal it, and then you ship it off. That's not what they're doing. They're blowing on it like a Nintendo cartridge and throwing it in a box for you, but they're charging you a premium. Now, if they were just overcharging people, it wouldn't be a big deal. And Jeff was giving them the benefit of the doubt of this is just one guy on YouTube and this and that. But since then, they've responded by saying that haters are going to hate, and that when you get successful, people don't like your success. Well, they're deleting comments, and if you go look on their TikTok videos or their Twitter account, you can see a bunch of people calling them out for this stuff. And I would say if you want to overcharge for your stuff, you can go ahead and do that, but don't tell people it's been refurbished. Rich at Review Tech opened up his Nintendo 64, and they had swollen capacitors. When those capacitors swell up and then start leaking, it damages the entire board. It's very important. I mean, these are retro consoles that are over 20 years old. There has to be a degree of refurbishing going on, or straight up say it. Hey, it's a roll of the dice. You get what you get. You know, these are bought at auction or in bulk. We don't have time to go through them all. Be honest with, your customers. But here, let me just show you. This is the PlayStation 3 that they sent this Jacob R guy. He cracked the top on it. Let me just go here. I'm just going to hit play as we talk about it a little bit. So he took this thing apart, and this was clearly owned by a smoker. Because what ends up happening is I used to own consoles and I used to smoke. The nicotine in the smoke that's up in the air, it ends up getting sucked through the system, and the tar is sticky. So it sticks to all the surfaces on the inside, and then any dust passing through will also stick. And then once you get enough dust sticking, then it ends up looking like this. It becomes almost uncleanable. Now, this was sent out. I think the order was like $280 for this PS3. He got it. It didn't work, or it was overheating, meaning it like right away it sounded like a jet taking off. And when he opened it, it had 20-year thermal paste on it. Mr. Nerds World, they just don't clean them. But the most egregious part is that they take a sticker that is a a non-removable sticker. So when you stick it over something and you peel it off, it leaves a residue behind showing that you peeled the sticker off. They're putting stickers on every one of the devices they sell as a refurbish mark. And if you peel the sticker off, now your warranty's void. But look at all that dust caked in there. Yeah. Like, it's atrocious. Would you buy something like that, Kevin?
No.
What are your thoughts, Kevin, on the DK Oldies thing that's going on right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you said, I mean, if you're going to be honest and just say, hey, these are just used ones we found, or, if you're going to pay that kind of price, you want at least to have some kind of quality to it.
So, I'm sorry. I'm still not buying it.
You're still not buying it?
I'm still not buying it. I think it's just another guy capitalizing on, he's just trying to make content because it's successful. He's probably using vidIQ, and they're saying, "Oh, videos on DK Oldies is the big hit, and everyone's getting."
No, it is. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, Jeff, that you are correct on that. That DK Oldies content and videos right now are popping. A whole lot of people are ordering and opening now because of the controversy.
Yeah, but are they? But are they? Or are they just picking them up somewhere and saying, "I got this from DK Oldies, and look at this shit," and they're just making videos and getting views? You know what? I'm still not buying it.
Hold on. Have you ever heard of somebody being an advocate for consumers or an advocate for people? Somebody got to get the word out, and if the word's not out, there is people that do really bad practices and get over on people.
And there are people who do things just for just to make the content.
The clicks, yeah, for sure.
They want the clicks, they want the views. So I'm still not buying it. I bet these guys are just yeah.
Well,
they could be.
I'm somebody like Rick. I'm not like.
And I hope somebody proves me wrong. I hope somebody proves me that I'm wrong.
Not a Jeff. We need to put our money together and then order something in.
I was gonna say, you prove yourself wrong. Go buy one.
You could order that. You could order that Nintendo you've been needing. And you can open it and see if it's been dusted out. But I would just say that if not that DK Oldies cares or listens or anything, but if I was them, I would at least remove the refurbished tag and put as is.
And I will give them this. Maybe not all their products are like that. I'll give them that. There might be some that slips through the cracks, just got out.
It could even be like if they have a group of people working for them and one person's sucking at their job, that could be it too. So
it very well could. Now in the build up to all of this stuff in this controversy, DK Oldies released a video showing them refurbishing a console, but it's a little disingenuous because they say, "Oh, this one has a problem," so they opened it. But if it doesn't have a problem, maybe they don't open it, and you kind of need to if it's got the refurbished tag. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I can definitely, I don't agree with Jeff, but I definitely see his point though, because just like 76, how I met you, Miz Tracey.
I was actually just like Jeff. I was kind of skeptical because people do they do review bomb people, but
yes,
I looked at reviews and I've looked at several different other content creators and stuff. And here's the thing, Jeff, that you don't seem to understand. The sticker, I don't think they could just put DK sticker on it. That's the actual sticker that you can't remove and stick back on. And they do show the sticker being pulled off.
Well, as a matter of fact, in the United States and some other places in the world, it's illegal to put a sticker on it and say you can't open it anyway, that'll void your warranty. But they are playing that game. The Jason R, who sent him an email saying, "Hey, I want an actual refurbished PS3." Yeah, I don't know. It's just bad. It sucks because the thing is that most retro people who are interested in it, they're not going to go to DK Oldies anyway. That's not DK Oldies ain't for me, and it's not for you, Ray. DK Oldies is for the grandmother who wants to buy their nephew who loves retro stuff,
right?
Like because they don't know any better.
I mean I buy retro stuff, and there's certain stickers on it that they bought from another shop or an old mom and pop video. And I'm like, damn it, I don't want this sticker on here. And I would pull the sticker, and guess what would be left on it? It got dang residue and all that other stuff on there. So it's kind of hard to fabricate. I'm just saying, my friend. I'm just saying.
But okay, not that I'm agreeing with Jeff, but you could fake the sticker.
You could.
You could be really.
You could buy a different unit. And then with some good editing, look, here it is. Here's the sticker on it. And then there's all these cuts. I want to see no cuts. I want to see
I have that video.
I want to see it. I get it. I want a live stream. I want no cuts. And I go, here's the sticker, open it up and show it to me. That's what I want.
Jeff, I actually
no cut. There's videos out there with no cut.
There's a guy that's got a top-down view of the box.
I can guarantee there's at least one edit in there. I want to see a live stream.
Okay,
I want to see
cuts.
them open it up.
I see.
I want to see them open up because you can fake all of that. Does anyone disagree with me?
No. Any cut could hide anything. I mean, it's literally a cut. So I get it. But a dude did though. He had a top-down. He had a top-down camera and he slid the box in and he was doing it on his phone too. But you could probably find a cut where, it. But all right, Jeff, we're gonna rush on into This Week in Retro. We have a few
talking. Holy crap!
I'm not already. Oh yeah. Time flies. But we're gonna jump into This Week in Retro, and then I've got a few other things that laying about we can get into. But let me share my screen real quick. Woo! Let me do it. There we go. And let me try to zoom in on this just a little bit. There we go.
Oh my God, NBA.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I threw this in because I know Kevin and Ray were big hoops and sports guys back in the day. So on this day, actually,
2001.
2001.
Got NBA hoops for the Game Boy Color, it looks like. Did you play this, Ray? Were you guys fans of this title? At least
I had hoops, but it wasn't for the Game Boy Color. It was for another console. I had a lot. Midway was one of my favorite companies back then, and I'm kind of sad that they're gone. But I had
look at that Chicago Bulls.
NBA Jam.
Look at that, dude! Oh my God! See,
that was Spud Webb right there.
Picture a bunch of guys in a whoa, look at that, oh yeah, baby, look at that dunk. Like that was the stuff back then, these graphics, man.
Yeah, you could have a room full of grown men jumping up. I got it. You'd be like, what the hell? Yeah.
Dude, look at his hands. Oh my God, shaboom.
That guy Jeff, that was Mac McClung, Jeff.
Whatever.
He was going for the rafters, bro. That's intense.
2001, it had to be Vince Carter. So Pitfall, it says many because this came out on every. There's 4,000 characters is enough for me to list everything that this Pitfall version came out on.
Yes,
it was out on. It was out on. You name it, it was out on it. So that's why I just put many. And then I put it on there. But yeah, I used to love the Pitfall.
What the hell?
I never played
this.
No, me neither. It looks cartoony.
I haven't played it. Yeah,
it looks cartoony and
Guy Tomb Raider.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like a discount Tomb Raider.
Wow, yeah, I've never seen this game before.
Yeah,
you know what? I would love to play this.
It actually looks cute, man. Let me skip ahead just a little bit and see what some more of the gameplay looks like here. That's interesting. Yeah. I always, Jeff, on one of your lists, I see a game I've never seen before.
Well, that's the point of my list.
It's awesome.
I put things on there that we obviously know, and I gear some toward the guest, and then others I pull crap out of my butt.
This has got to be some type of like an RPG kind of. It's kind of what it looks like. There we go.
I'm getting some Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
cartoon.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm getting some, like,
Crash Bandicoot.
The big feet.
Yeah.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Spyro type feel.
Hello.
That's pretty cool. You got to play this one on stream, Jeff.
Yeah, if I can find it.
Yep, I would like to see that one.
Yeah,
I think.
Cool.
Oh, real quick before you move on. Speaking of Pitfall, Here is a very obscure NES Super Pitfall that I thought was on Super Nintendo. It is not. It is a Super Pitfall on Nintendo. I wish I could play the audio for you. You'd definitely understand why this is some people's favorites.
Like Mario, dude, that's a Mario clone.
It looks like Mario right there.
It does. It does look like it looks like a cheap
bit of pixels. There's only so much you can do, Raymond.
It's a cheap, coked out version of Mario. You can tell.
Kind of a Mario Donkey Kong kind of ripoff.
This was my brother's absolute favorite Pitfall game. He could beat this game in like 10 minutes. He knew a couple cheats and a few shortcuts. It's an interesting game, but anyway, I just wanted to show you because you had Pitfall on there. This is the Pitfall game, besides the Atari, I think of every time I hear Pitfall.
There you go. Blade of Darkness on Windows. It's probably on one of these floppy disks that I have right here.
Probably. I've never played this game either, Jeff. I've never even heard of it.
Wait a minute, this ain't Blade the Vampire?
No, it's Blade of Darkness.
I've never heard of this.
Never have. It looks kind of like a Morrowind. Yeah. Oblivion type game. Yep. That's what it kind of looked like.
No, those are Blade of Darkness type games. Get it straight. You can't say a game that's old.
That's right.
Like a modern game.
That's right. Yeah.
It looks like it looks to me like Oblivion and Morrowind.
Just saying.
Because I've played those, I've never seen this, so they came first in my brain.
Yeah, and this was for DOS, you said, or Windows.
Smash Brothers is a ripoff of Multiverses.
Yeah, Jeff, our friend Doc, he loves to hear that.
Why is he not walking like he's got a stick in his butt?
Hey, man, I thought he was constipated. Whoa, was that an uppercut or was he flipping someone off?
What was that?
What was that? He was like...
Shout out to David in the chat.
David! I'm late. I've been busy unpacking, but I hope you all are having a good time. We are, David. Thank you for joining us.
Rewind. Check out the beginning of the show, bro.
That actually had some decent...
on water? On water? Is that Jesus?
Hey, man, that's some real-time reflections right there, bro. That's actually impressive for the PS2 or whatever this is on.
It was PC.
Protect your RTS and your DTX and all that kind of crap.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
I'm looking. I love the shadows.
Get that dungeon key. Get that dungeon key. Yeah,
that's right. Oh, meat. Pick up your meat.
Crust.
Avoid the crust. Avoid the crust. Just grab your meat.
Why the hell would you pick up crust?
I don't know.
You gotta eat. You gotta eat, Raymond.
Oh, he just pulled that out of his butt cheeks.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm sorry. I have to. Hey, he keistered that. I'm just saying. Watch.
No.
Watch. He's going to go open that door and he's going to pull it out from between his cheeks, bro. Watch this shit. Where did I put that key? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Where was that key?
He put it back.
It was in his prison pocket.
Wait a minute. Is that you sure that's
his prison pocket?
You sure that's not Jeff Gignac?
Oh, the key's going right back in there. Bloody Nora.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at those ray tracing reflections.
Look at the reflections.
They look great, man. It looks like a hole in the floor. Like, that's how you know it's reflecting decently.
Like, he's screwed. There's no way he's getting up there.
These games are cool, man.
Not that attitude, Ray.
Pull a ladder out of his butt.
I missed out on so many of these games that pushed a lot of the games I love today forward.
Oh, damn.
He just smashed his head into that wall, bro.
He pulls a ladder out of his ass. I'm fucking done.
He said, watch me pull a ladder out of my ass and then climb it.
Goodness.
Oh, that's interesting.
I would get probably sick from going through all the... here we go.
There you go.
Hey,
here we go.
That looks like a dwarf now.
Oh my God, he took some steroids.
He says you got to thicken up, little man.
Oh man, the gargoyle can do a karate.
Oh, he lost his shield.
Oh,
his arm. I thought his arm
lost the leg. You lost the leg.
He did lose the leg. Now that back in the day would have been celebrated if you could dismember the creature you were swinging on.
'Tis a flesh wound.
I do like that about playing gun, the way their heads explode and their guts are flying. I do. For a 2005 game, that's pretty cool.
You definitely appreciate it.
One of the items we've never really talked about is the old Digimon, and we're going to get to something else that we never talked about either. We never really talk about Digimon all that much. We talk a lot about Pokemon.
Well,
yeah, I don't even know Digimon very well. Somebody educate me.
It's a ripoff of Pokemon. Oh, Jeff, that's you.
Yeah, it's me. Hold on.
Time for you to take your Geritol.
Hey, yellow and green. Oh man, yeah, I never played Digimon. So this is like a cheap knockoff of Pokemon then?
Basically.
Is it early version or is it, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Pokemon came first.
Pokemon came first.
But now I got to look it up because now I'm not totally sure.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see. It's very much like Pokemon, isn't it?
But these are more like dinosaur-looking characters.
Yeah, they're like more
like
Digimon came out 2 years after Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, a little more robotic or mechanical looking.
Yeah, a little more like.
I'm gonna do my spin bitch slap.
Almost like a Street Fighter. Instead.
Hey! This looks like multiverse.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I never played Digimon. I just like hated on it because I was a big Pokemon fan when that came out.
Gotcha. So you're like, if I want Pokemon, I'm playing Pokemon.
I was just saying.
Just jacked up that guy.
This is cool, man. Not my kind of game though. It's Smash Brothers, stuff like that. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Usually.
I'll tell my son about this one. Yeah.
Guys, usually Jeff does his late 1888 hotline numbers at night. This is just it's important.
Working extra shift.
That's right. The customers come first.
Hey, things are rough all over.
Only fans come first.
Oh my.
That is cool though. I mean, I could see how young people could get into this for sure. Ooh!
Oh wow! Oh,
they both died. It looked like.
I think there was a Digimon show too.
Yeah, but there's a cartoon or something. Yeah.
Squids is probably the Digimon. He knows Pokemon. He probably knows this quite well as well, I'm guessing.
Right on. Did any of your kids ever get into Digimon?
I don't think so.
No.
Pokemon.
They had Digimon cards too. I know that because they looked at Pokemon cards, and my kid got mad when he accidentally got some.
But we never really talked about it. So.
Digimon gross 6 billion.
Yes,
put some respect in their name. But not 77 billion like Pokemon, though.
We know who collected.
I'd never heard of this one either, Jeff, and I'm excited to check this one out, actually.
I thought this was Ray and Kevin back in the 2005. They were mob enforcers in Oakland.
Kevin,
face reveal of Kevin for the first time ever. He looks like a mob guy. He looks like he could be a mob guy.
I'll do that. Name's Joe Tessio. Mr. Capone asked me to help you learn the ropes.
Ooh, Mr. Capone, that is.
Yeah, Mr. Capone.
Yeah, not Al. Not Al.
That's right.
Not Al. Don't call me Al. No.
The real Scarface.
Yeah, I've never ever
This is the
seen
worst
this
Mafia game I have played. On the title of the video.
Yes. I've heard it's not good. Just a heads up. I've heard it's not good.
Dude, look at that. Look at that fire. Look.
I have to say that about the new Wasp and Ant-Man movie too, but who cares? As long as you're entertained, who cares?
Boom. Oh, he's running. He's like,
he is.
This guy shoots.
I'd play it. I'd play this game, man.
This guy shoots.
It reminds me of a dime store Max Payne.
I don't have a
smart guy. He's wearing the leather gloves so you can't get the prints off the gun. Smart.
Hey, we all know how it works.
Speaking from experience, Ray.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Maybe Ray really wasn't the mob.
Sorry, Jeff, you might get the leather glove. But wait a minute, you might enjoy that. Let me take that back.
Oh my!
He just said driving around. He's walking
based on the collection of retro games.
Wow, they just
look at him upstairs.
Hey, my God. Jeff, that guy works better than your slinky.
I love her.
That guy works better than that slinky you showed us.
That looks like how I fell down the stairs last night.
Oh my God.
This does look like a very interesting Mafia game, man. Enter the Speakeasy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Peanut Company? Uh-oh.
Pick that up.
There's got to be.
Oh, there's Mitts.
Mitz Casella.
There ain't supposed to be alcohol in here.
Oh,
whoa!
Hey, shoot him in the head!
Oh.
Are you all right, Mitz? Mitz Callahan?
Lead pipe, nice.
Nice. He's laying pipe.
Wow, wow. He's laying a lot of pipe. I don't think he's certified.
Mitz is a bit of a scaredy cat.
Mitz Callahan. Oh, shot Mitz in his. Hey, you watch
His hands are up, man.
Wow.
He's the accountant. Come on, guys.
Quick saving. Oh.
Crow Resin says February looks like a bad month to release a game based on this collection of retro titles.
It took about 5 or 6 shots to take his glasses off, man.
We got us something better than that.
Is that what he was doing? He was trying to remove his glasses with bullets? Hey, we need to comb your hair. Pow, pow, pow.
Civilian. Shoot the civilian.
No.
Oh, that's silly, bro. Very, very weird game.
Go for the police officer.
A scatter gun.
Now he's got the.
Nothing in there.
You got the scatter gun. Hey, you can't shoot Mitz Callahan. All right, that is an interesting game, man, for sure.
The next one I put on because I know SPG liked the first Mission Impossible movie.
The movie, yes.
I don't know about the other 27 movies, but
now, Ray, the first game that was based on the movie that was on 64. What did you think of that game?
Interesting. I was still into my GoldenEye, but I did get it. I thought it was interesting, but
a lot of people hated that game, man.
Nowhere on nothing on the level of GoldenEye.
No.
GoldenEye.
No, and that one level where you're supposed to be levitating down that room was a pain in the ass because you couldn't tell what the polygons were if you were like bumping into shit or what it was trying to show you. But yeah, the first movie was great. I didn't even know they made a Game Boy game, to be honest.
Wow.
Let's try to find something here. It does not look very compelling.
Oh my.
He's like a smear.
Now you know what you got to do with the envelope after you read your mission, right?
I don't even know if that was an envelope.
Put it in the same place as my key?
No, it self-destructs. So you want to put it in your prison wallet. Or your prison pocket, whatever it was called. Oh, yeah, that looks kind of horrible.
What the hell is he going? What is he in cubicles?
Yeah, you know what? This reminds me of the NES version of like Die Hard. Kinda, because that's kind of what you do up in the Nakatomi Tower. You walk around all those cubicles and shit. I don't know. Very weird game.
Excellent
man.
work. What'd you do?
Yeah, I think we're good on this one. That one is very, very bad.
Ooh, Jeopardy, Nintendo 64. I lost no Jeopardy. Ooh. Yeah,
so, Jeff, did you watch Jeopardy, sir?
Oh, who didn't watch Jeopardy?
Everybody watched Jeopardy. If you ever went to like a clinic or something, it was always on anyway.
Yes, that is true. That is true. You couldn't get away from Jeopardy, could you? What is retro, Alex? I never got into these games, but Sierra and I did buy Family Feud on Stadia before that got shut.
I like Family Feud.
That was all right.
Love Family Feud.
Yeah, Family Feud's cool. Oh, they got the
the digitized.
Yeah, FMV. Yeah, the FMV
stills of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're real people standing there.
I would have loved to be an FMV model.
Yeah. Hey, you were in Night Trap, weren't you?
Yeah, I was wearing the hoodie. I was in the hoodie with the thing that trapped. Come here.
Judah is a major port on the sea. Judah?
Dead Sea. No, I was kidding.
What is I don't know? Oh, Crimean Sea.
Oh, but of course.
No.
I would suck.
I always sucked at this game. Yeah. It was always terrible.
Like I could get the answer right, but I'd probably misspell it or something.
Is that Ken Jennings? No, okay.
Nickel is a fraction.
A nickel is a fraction of a dollar?
I got that one 1/20th.
Yeah.
Time's running out. Hurry.
That was a weak one too. Jeopardy.
So something else we've never really discussed on here, Tron.
Yes.
We've never really discussed Tron.
So,
and
real quick, I'm going to drop this off the screen real quick. When did all of you get introduced to Tron? I didn't watch Tron like in the theater. I didn't know even it was a damn movie until I was in about 4th or 5th grade. They brought it in, played it for us, talked about special effects and how revolutionary this movie was. And I was like, that's booty. But it actually was revolutionary. Do you guys have any thoughts on this movie in general, Tron? Kevin, starting with you, sir.
Yeah, back when it came out in the early 80s, it was supposed to be like a big, technology type of thing. So you watched it. They had the padded suits with the glowing lights through the whole movie. But the concept was kind of cool at the time, But the game was in the arcade was a lot more fun.
Yeah, even the arcade was awesome. I'm pretty sure I saw the movie in the theater. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges and
well, they had the original shit or stuff they tried to use for the lightsabers in Star Wars. There's a light fabric or there's something they used, rotoscoping. They ended up using that for Tron to get them to glow in their suits.
Oh yeah, the outfits.
Yeah, it was really, really, really cool. And that game in the arcade stole so much of my money. Like,
oh yeah, no, there was lines for that game, and
there'd be lines, and you'd play for 20 seconds, and your quarter's gone. It's just like because there's a bunch of mini games. Anyway, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Crow says that he remembers seeing the Tron game in the arcade long before I knew it was a movie.
Same.
I would agree with you, Crow.
I don't think I've actually ever seen the movie, but I played the game.
It's not bad. Watch it.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up quite so well now, but the Tron remake was pretty decent though.
Legacy was cool.
Legacy, that's the one. Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, it probably makes about as much sense as like War Games does now to people, the old technology. So
yeah. What do you think of Tron, Ray?
I just like you guys. I remember from the pinball machine. I didn't go see it at the movies. I saw it later on. I thought Jeff Bridges was a pretty cool dude. I remember him in other movies, but
like Starman.
I thought it was interesting, but I do like the new Tron movie. And
this light cycle portion, the arcade game pissed me off. Lost so many quarters this way.
Yes. Well, it would eat your money, man. Like those motorcycles that you see, if one of them drives into that line, they explode.
Yep. Yeah. They cut you off, and you're like, damn it.
It cuts you off, and it's super hard.
Yeah.
But here, check this out. Just to show you guys all what we're talking about. Here's the actual movie, the movie trailer for Tron. We're not going to do audio and all that stuff, but you'll eventually see the special effects we're referring to. Jeff Bridges is a computer programmer who ends up getting like sucked into his video game. Sounds way more dirty than it is, folks, but it was actually a very cool premise, like for back in the day.
Yeah,
much like
82, so yeah.
This trailer is much more epic with music, I'm sure.
Much like that game we played back in the early 90s, Out of This World. It's very much like that kind of.
Right. What's going on? Oh, Mr. Bayram.
That looks like the skater guy, Tony, not Stark, Hawk.
Tony
Hawk. Jeff.
Look how young he is. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Bridges. He's been in a lot of interesting stuff. But all right, so this machine sucks him in, pulls him in to his
computer
gaming world, his computer world, much like VR does for everyone today. No. But yeah, so it pulls him in, and then he's got to try to survive this coded world and find his way out of the matrix, so to speak. So that's the rotoscoping stuff I was talking about. Much like the original Star Wars sabers they tried and make them spin with motors and stuff. It's very similar to that. But this was a way ahead of its time, and they showed us this in school to show us.
There's the light cycles there.
Yep, there's the light cycles. So I don't know. It's very cool, but it doesn't hold up very good. But definitely go watch Tron Legacy. It's a continuation of this first movie, and it looks way better.
Well, yeah. Well, technology 4 years later, 30, 40.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
You laugh, but this was it back in the days.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
This was the it back then.
It
was absolutely, man. That was top of the line. And now what you just saw in the video, this is the game they designed. This is literally what the arcade looked like as well. It was very primitive, very simple.
Yeah.
So very popular.
And you had to use that the huge plane stick kind of thing. So
a matter of fact, let me show you why it was so popular. I think it was the cabinet. That's all it was the Tron cabinet and the controller it had. See if I can,
the controller was kind of awkward, so it kind of made these moves a little tough to do.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go. So take a look at this. Let me bring this up and make this as big as I possibly can.
Yeah, the glowing control stick there,
yeah. Cool. So that is what Tron looked like in the arcade. So when you would walk up to it, it was a very popular game. You'd have quarters across the top. And there's so many buttons and different joysticks because it was a mini game. Like there was tons of games built into the one cabinet.
Right.
Super, super interesting. Woohoo.
Wow.
Yep. Tron light cycles, man.
All right, what's next?
I threw this one on since Paul's here and Wilson, I threw this on for them. Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation was released out in the UK.
Now, I am going to let Ray talk about this because I think he likes this game.
Oh, man, the early Metal Gear games, Snake was awesome. It was your awesome stealth games that you had to kind of either get past the guys or sneak up and take them out. But
I played this on Retro Gaming Friday night.
Yeah, you had to get the right frequency code to speak to whoever your other agent that was working with you. But not love me some Metal Gear Solid. And I had the original Metal Gear Solid game on NES. Then when it got on the PS2, it got popular. And then, I mean, they just elevated that game each year.
Yes.
But
Ray liked to hide the box. He liked to walk around in the box.
I remember going to GameStop and picking this up.
Well, Sons of Liberty really catapulted this game into if you say this title, people know exactly what game you're talking about. Like, I'm not going to say his name right, but Hijami, I can't say it. The guy who made this damn game is an amazing guy. What's that?
Kojima.
He makes amazing games. And it sucks that he's no longer attached to this IP. But he's going to make fantastic stuff no matter what. He thinks outside the box. Now, this game was interesting because it had a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's even secrets and stuff. If Wilson was here, I would ask him to tell us. I know there was a memory card secret, and there was something else about a boss you couldn't kill or something, the end boss. But anyway, this is definitely a classic and a fan favorite of a whole lot of people. I would love to see a remake of this game or a VR version of this. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Sons of Liberty, I think, is the one that I remember most on the PS2. It was an amazing experience. Miz Tracey, did you ever play any of these?
I never did play any Metal Gear Solid games. Not a single one.
Well, it's hilarious. You can hide in a little box, and your cardboard box moves around the screen, and you just stop. It's like a guard's going to walk by and be like, "Oh, yeah, those are the styrofoam cups we ordered last week."
Yeah, those are the boxes. They just move around. Okay.
Yeah. It was like the early prop hunt, So.
Yeah, and it was, Kevin. It was like prop hunt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This one's got to be for Ray too, huh, Jeff?
Yes, I actually have this game 4x4 Evo. I love the car games, man. The ATV cycles, the rally sports car games.
I have a couple of ATV ones that never just made it to Retro Friday night yet.
But I had 4x4 Evo. Good game.
Yeah.
You open up all your trucks and stuff. Was it an unlock type of game or just racing?
What was cool is that they had the brands, Yeah. That was cool.
This game and Team Titans started the cyborg beef. There's a VR video info on it. Nice.
Look at that. Snow, dirt.
Did this have a decent physics of like jump around and the suspensions and stuff, or was it a weak game, Ray?
You know what? Back in the day, you thought this was, oh my God, look at the physics, look at the graphics, look at the snow. Now that I look at it now, you can't compare what you know now to back then. So back then, this was like, oh my God, look at the shocks, look how the car bounces and stuff.
Snow flying off the wheels.
Dude, the polygon graphics, man, was the it back in the 90s, dude.
Yep.
Well, bro, I tell you, what was super impressive back in the day was Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder and Jet Moto.
Yeah.
Jet
Moto. Yep.
Yeah, those games looked really cool, man.
Look at that. Come on, look at that.
Thank you, Mr. Urban World. Appreciate that. But yeah, I loved those games, man. I didn't really get into these, though. And Ray, you mentioned that when Kevin turned you on to the PlayStation 1, that you fell in love with Ridge Racer.
Dude, let me tell you what was cool about Ridge Racer. You could pop in a disc. So you could take out the Ridge Racer disc and put in so back then, I had some, there was a rapper called the Notorious Big, B.I.G., and I used to put up that disc in there and play all his songs driving, doing the races.
Yeah, it'd be the background music for while you're playing
the game. Bro, so you could take the game disc out, pop your own CD in, and just play.
It was a CD player.
That is cool.
Does he still make music today?
That's funny,
Jeff.
Somewhere he is.
Somewhere you know what? You trolled. You shit your mouth up. All right.
I could just see Ray sitting down for some 4x4. I like it when you call me Big Papa.
but another. Oh my God! This just brings back PlayStation. It's so awesome, man.
I've got a few of these games on that never just made it to Retro Friday night yet.
So how did Kevin convince you of the PS1, man? Did he have to put it in your hand? Put the controller in your actual hand or what?
We went on, was like, hey dude, I got the PlayStation. I was like,
yeah, when we first got it, we just went to my house and I think we played like late afternoon and we didn't stop playing until the next morning. So
that was
like, I'm sold.
I wasn't sold on it. And we played the fighting game, Battle Toshiden, Destruction Derby. That's why my love for Wreckfest on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's
3. And I had the controller in my hand. I was like, whoa, this is not like any other controller. This is so different. And it was awesome. Awesome. And then just as nice, man. Just playing it all night long. It was great. So yeah, he sold me on it.
Right on. I think the only system I was super sold on, man, was seeing Mario 64. Like going from, and seeing what they did with Mario, it blew me away. I didn't think they could do something like that with Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it really opened my mind. But all right, Jeff, we got 2 more, sir.
Soul Blade. It's what I've been looking for a while. I just can't really find it.
So shout out to my friend, and he's a good friend of Kevin's. And he passed away in 2014, but he loved playing Soul Blade, and he used to own me in Soul Blade. He would kick my butt.
Everybody.
Yeah. And Soul Blade was actually a game. It wasn't just one game. It was other series of Soul Blade.
Yep, Soul Blade, and then Soul Calibur, and
Soul Calibur.
I didn't know Soul Blade was before Soul Calibur. Okay.
Yeah, and if you remember, they had guest characters that played on different consoles, and I think one character, oh my God, who was it? It was, oh my God, I remember the beginning of this.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was my guy right there until he turned evil with the blade.
See, I like the ninja. I love the ninja characters. Like that was my guys, the ninjas.
It was cool, man. Soul Blade was cool, but I remember Soul Calibur the most.
Yeah.
That was such a good fighting game, man.
Yeah. And you are absolutely right, Nerd's World. You're absolutely right.
What did he say?
Yoda and Darth Vader.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
special characters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what was the Eternal Blade or the Infernal Blade? Well, I forget what it was called, but I'd like to play as Nightmare. Edgar in the Nightmare form. I would love to play as him. I think it was Edgar Nightmare. He's like the knight, and he once you got the sword, it was pretty dope, man. A lot of these fighting games are overlooked, man. Like I said, there's a lot of schlock and a lot of good ones too.
They had a lot. SNK, Capcom,
King of Fighters,
Fatal Fury.
Yep.
The Super Street Fighters.
One of my favorites, man. But I probably suck at them now. Is Capcom versus Marvel. Used to love that.
Oh yeah.
So many awesome characters to choose from.
Dark Stalkers. And I love
Darkstalkers, yeah, that was a good one.
I love the girl that played the little furry pussycat.
Sure you did.
You know, it's something I'm missing, man. And I know that we have golf games that we can go buy and stuff like that, but I want some outlaw golf, man. I want to kick the shit out of my caddy for a bonus.
Outlaw volleyball.
Hey, that was borderline soft core, man. I'm just saying.
That was.
But yeah,
my God! So
yeah, there's that. I forget what they call it. It was an evil blade.
Namco was another good company too.
Yeah, these games were really cool, man. Are they going to get to the end? Okay, Cervantes.
Oh yeah, Cervantes.
Voldo,
oh, yeah, the weirdo guy. Yeah.
Voldo's an asshole.
Yeah. I like Voldo.
There you go. I'd get my ass kicked by him, man. So much, bro.
He was just a creepy kind of dude.
Volvo.
Yeah.
Volvo. He ran me over, bro.
The last one on February 29th. Fun fact, they only come out with games every 4 years. On the Jaguar version, because I know Ray has the Jaguar.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I do.
The Jaguar,
where'd you get that, Ray?
Here.
I got it from, the Cowboy.
Oh, the
Mailed
Cowboy.
it all the way from New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Tell us a little bit about the Jaguar, Ray, if you don't mind, while I play this video here of this wonderful game in motion.
Gotcha. It was basically Atari. It was Atari's last stand and try and you know what? We want to
give us for ET.
Yeah.
Forgive us for ET, but let's do. They said it was 64-bit. It was not 64-bit, y'all. But it
had two 32-bit processors, so technically it had.
But they had an awesome game. Alien versus Predator was one of their biggest hits, which I do have, and
Morph,
I did play.
Nice.
That one was cool too. Animorph, I think it was called. A little shooting game, flying game. But this one's called Battlesphere. Did you ever play this one, Ray?
You know what? Honestly, I don't remember. I remember hearing about Battlesphere. I don't remember playing it.
Did you have you actually hooked that up and started playing? I know you have a few games for the Atari Jaguar that Cowboy sent you.
Yeah, and shout out to John Scar. John Scar actually sent me a game too from Canada.
Nice.
And I cranked it up. Plays great. That's why, guys, keep those old TVs.
Oh,
you never know, you might come up with a nice old. Because I couldn't hook that up to the big screen. It would look horrible.
It would.
But it looks beautiful on an old TV. And Kevin, you remember the TV that we had when we first moved in? The big old the CRT.
Oh yeah. The big.
Yeah, the big old CRT.
Weighed about 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's crazy. But yeah, the CRT televisions were super heavy, man. And if you happen to have a big screen, they were big and heavy. They were all out of wood.
Yeah, with the doors. They had the doors on them and everything.
Hell yeah, dude. I remember them. But yeah, the Atari Jaguar had a very short lifespan. With the game Ray named off was probably their most highly advertised one, which was Aliens versus Predator. They had a few more.
Yeah, they had some. If you guys YouTube it, some crazy Atari Jaguar 64 commercials. Weird, the buttons, the controllers were weird.
Do you have the controller to show them? Because it is a very weird controller.
Yeah,
man.
It's not normal.
It's just as weird. It's different, but it's just as weird as the Nintendo 64. Like you look at it and go, "What?" Look at that. Right, it looks like you could make a telephone call with that thing, Ray.
and you got you gotta have the buttons are on top, but hey,
yeah,
what it is, that's what it was.
My dad used it to fix them. 40-inch cart TVs were heavy. Yes, they were, man. You need a dolly to bring that sucker in, bro.
Yep.
Mr. Bayram says his dad used to fix them, man. Yeah, they got big tubes in them, and it's crazy. The big screens I was talking about that was all made out of wood. I think they were projection at the time, though. They weren't CRT.
Yeah, they would have been rear projection.
Yeah, with the color guns or whatever. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mitsubishi had the main ones.
Nerds World says, bring back Blitz the League.
Yes.
Now, you were just talking about some of that, Ray.
Yeah. Oh, I love
kill people.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see some new NFL Blitz and Mutant League football.
Mutant League football and hockey, because there was a hockey game too.
There is Mutant League on PC.
I'd love that, bro. I really, really would. All right, well, that's it for this week in retro. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, sir. Now, the tatted up gamer dude. He's going to eventually be on the show at some point. If I have to hog tie him, we're going to get him on. But he did a post here on Twitter, and he says, show me one of your holy grails in your collection. I'll go first. The Neo Geo AES. It's one of his favorite consoles, he says, and that thing is in immaculate condition. Look at how pretty that is. But I will say this. You notice there's not $1,000 game in the socket. Like, they're so expensive, bro. So expensive. But that looks really, really cool, man. I'd want to get one modded with an HDMI out and all that happy stuff. Yeah. But I'll emulate. It's cheap, and you can get them all. And can you tell us about this, Miz Tracey?
So Rye did the one chip challenge. That's the it's made with Reaper pepper and Scorpion pepper, and it is one hot tortilla chip. It turns your tongue blue, is why he's sticking his tongue out there.
So what was this for exactly?
This was if we hit 200 subs.
Okay.
You can't even touch it, by the way. He had to use gloves because you're not supposed to touch it. Or touch
yeah,
it.
if you happen to touch it and eat it and then touch your face, your eyes
like
will
it's got all these warnings
up.
And stuff. It's like 4 minutes in where he actually eats the chips because we talked for a little bit, and then he did pretty good. I mean, he had a little bit of trouble talking for a second.
I bet.
Yeah,
like people can literally eat those and end up getting like euphoric and stuff. They get a little high because it's so detrimental.
He did good. He went 10 minutes without eating or drinking anything, which is like
that's the challenge.
How long? Yeah.
It
can last a minute. Like that's like the minimum. If you can last 10 minutes, if you can last an hour, but he wasn't even going to try for an hour because we were going to sit there and have him sit there for an hour.
And look at it. That one chip is sealed by itself.
Yeah, it's sealed. We had to make sure we were careful with throwing it away too, so that the dog didn't get anything. It was broken, by the way, is why he's bending it like that.
Oh, that's probably worse, to get all the crumbs and then to dump it in your mouth.
Yeah, he kind of put the pieces. It wasn't too bad. It was just a couple pieces.
Yeah, he's second guessing life at this second. He's going, what's going to happen?
It was his idea originally, I gotta say. But yeah, it was pretty rough. The aftermath was pretty rough on the whole family.
Oh, was it?
Oh, wow.
We'll leave it at that.
No.
But it was a lot of fun. I don't think he'll ever do it again.
On the 200 subs.
Thank you. Yeah, it was incredible. I didn't think we'd actually hit that many.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's so amazing. And right before we go, we're gonna get to that other thing too, Miz Tracey. But I wanted to see his reaction to eating this chip because I know these things are
skip
so
to like
hot.
420.
Oh,
there you go.
There we go. But yeah, they're so hot. Immediate as soon as you crunch down.
It smelled terrible, by the way. It smelled awful. I smelled it. It didn't smell hot. It just smelled like nastiness.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, no.
I bet you it's immediate too.
You can see his face start getting red too.
Oh, yep. It's like an instant.
Oh, there it goes, kicking in.
Dude, it's like was the chocolate factory when the girl ate the blueberry.
Oh, the blueberry.
Yeah. His glasses actually started fogging up.
Poor guy.
Oh, bro. I mean, those things are hot.
Yeah. Oh,
those things are hot. Yeah, he is doing really well. If he went 10 minutes without drinking, that's a champion right there,
yeah,
bro.
Then he had some ice cream ready to go at the end. So.
Oh my God, what a trooper!
He was doing some Zen breathing.
That's what
he tried to talk about it a little bit, but he had trouble talking.
I would probably take a mouthful of ice cream and not even eat it and just let it sit and melt.
Yep.
That's probably what I do.
At the very end, you can see him like pure bliss when he eats a bite of ice cream. Yeah, he can't talk. That's him not being able to talk because it's hot.
Yeah. Wow. Every time I bet you it gets hotter and hotter.
Every time he breathed in, he's
Yeah.
Woo! And his tongue was blue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in pain. I could see it in his face where he took that breath.
Glasses right there, fogging up in the middle too.
Woo!
Yeah. Yep, see it. I see
it. Yeah, he's right in the middle. He's right in the middle of that shit.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, man, I got to see this ice cream bite.
Oh, it's at the very, very end.
Here we go.
He's 10 minutes are up.
Well, what a champion, man. I couldn't have went 10 minutes. There's no way.
He's so happy. Look at he's so happy.
Yeah, he made it. Look at that.
Oh, here it goes.
Success. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Damn right, man. I'm right with you, bro.
Big ice cream sandwich. Oh my God.
And that was how the stream started. Then we had some fun.
Yes. Now explain this, Miz Tracey, please. I'm gonna put your full screen.
So we're playing 7 Days to Die, and in 7 Days to Die, chat can interact with the game. They can spawn in loot. They can spawn in zombies to attack me. They can even spawn in hordes of bears to attack me. And the devs let me try the new content, the unreleased content for the new update, and I was okay with them doing it until it happened, and now I'm kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe I allowed this to happen. They were able to shuffle my boxes. Now you have to play biddies to do this. So I thought, oh, okay, it's biddies. I need the money. I can handle this. It was so bad. It was so bad. You can see my nice organized inventory there with all my electronics and the electronics box. You can see my chest labeled in the background, parts and first aid and all that stuff. And then Vic was there for it. Hi, Vic. It was it was pretty bad. You'll have to play it and show. Oh, you're muted, SPG.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Woo, all right. I was gonna say I watched Ryzak. Like, as you can see, all the stuff she's got it organized and put in the right container, and it's labeled and this and that. And Ryzak did the same thing for Stranded Deep. And I just couldn't imagine having your chat go in and just completely, like, some people are OCD and want things in their proper place.
That's how I am. I'm so bad about my inventory. Like, I'm so tedious. I have to have everything exactly the way I have it. It was just, you can watch my soul leave my body in this video. I swear, it's so bad.
Catastrophic.
All of it says shuffled by Mr. Gabes. Even the labels were gone.
Oh no.
And then he took a biddy. Like, thanks.
Oh no.
Look at it. It's so bad. Oh my God.
Like,
and
it's just sinking in on how much was done. Huh?
Yeah, you can watch my face. Like, the color is just draining from my face. It's 7 days. So every 7 days you get attacked by a horde, and it is day 21. So I'm about to get attacked by a horde, and it's a solo server. So now I've got to find like all my first aid and all my ammo and put away all my shit and get my stuff ready before we get attacked by a horde of zombies.
Oh, that is amazing. Well, wow. Shout out to Twitch and your channel, and for all the awesome ways they're adding additions to communicate and participate with the chat and all that. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun having them be able to interact with the game. And the devs are working really hard to add more and more content. They are actually, you think this is bad, They're adding empty boxes.
Oh, wow.
We will lose everything. And I said, hell no. That's never getting turned on my channel. I don't care how many bits you pay me. Not happening. No way.
Not happening. Oh, man. Well, we are at the end of our show, everybody. Thank all of you for tuning in and hanging out today, man. We appreciate you so much. And Kevin, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Happy birthday, William.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's birthday, William's
Kevin,
birthday tomorrow.
Go ahead, man, and give yourself a shout out. I know that you're currently looking into doing some content, so why don't you fill us all in on where we can find you and what you may be up to?
I'm gonna hopefully start some streaming. I'd say very soon. I know I've been saying that probably for a long time now, but I'm gonna jump into some games and don't know when yet, but I'll let you guys know. But definitely looking to do that and maybe some interactive games and maybe just some kind of lower brow kind of games. Not so much all the AAA titles, but something a little different, something for everyone to kind of find maybe interesting they might have missed or played years ago.
Right on. Well, I want you to emulate Mad Dog. I want to see you play that for the 3DO. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? That
Mad Dog McCree.
Mad Dog McCree. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That looks amazing. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for making the time to join us today, man. I had a blast. It was amazing. Ray, go ahead and give yourself a shout out, man, on where you're going to be and where people can find you.
Well, I just want to say, guys, next time when you see me on Retro Rewind, I will be the big 5-0. Thank you, God, for letting me get there. Also, tonight, guys, on Ray3473 Twitch TV, I will be doing some Gotham Knights. I'll be the Red Hood. I'm going to do some story mode. So that's what I'll be doing, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Shout out to CGTV. Also, guys, this week we are doing stream for mental health, mental awareness. A bunch of streamers are going to be streaming. We got a whole bunch of prizes. I'll be streaming for soldiers with mental health needs and stuff like that. That's my stream I picked, but make sure CGTV, check that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Miz Tracey, where can people find you?
All right. So I'm on Twitch. I'm actually going to be live here in a little bit. Usually I don't stream at this time on Sundays, but I got to go to bed super early tonight. So I switched my stream and I'll be live here in about 10 minutes playing some more Hogwarts. I'll be playing some different stuff this week, like Ark, more 7 days. We're doing some of that Twitch integration testing. So if you guys have a chance to swing by, I need help with chat interacting with the stream. Nice. Except I think I want to turn off shuffle boxes.
Yeah, I would.
I'm afraid I'm going to organize everything and then they're going to do it again and I'm just going to cry. So. But yeah, I'm on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch, MizTracey.com. Gives you all the links. So
awesome. And she's pinned in the description too. If you don't want to Google, you can just click. Jeff, where are you going to be? Where can people find you?
Same place I always am. So yeah, community streams. I'm going to plan something special for Wednesday.
Ooh. Nice.
We're going to buy a new game today. And yeah, it should be fun.
Awesome.
No hints.
Awesome. Anything else you want to plug?
No.
No? All right. And of course, you're on my channel. I'm SPG. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. This Wednesday, I have a doctor's...
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yes, that's what I meant. Thank you, Jeff, for being on top of my schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This Wednesday, I have a doctor's appointment. But Monday, tomorrow, we're getting into some Battlefield. So hopefully I see you on the Pwn server. It should be a blast.
And speaking of schedules... Yes. We are starting to go to 3 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. starting next time.
Yes, that is correct.
Specific for me, folks. 1 p.m. You're on the west side, Kevin. 1 p.m.
Yep. Yeah. So So next time you join us, it will be at 3 p.m. CST instead of 2. But thank every one of you, man, for hanging out and participating in the chat. We appreciate you, and we will see you guys on the next one. Later.
Bye, guys.